Hey folks, how we doing today? Get some stuff set up on my end here. We'll get the stream going. Sigvar, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, there we go. Perfect. Alrighty. So, since the last stream, I've actually been doing a little bit of decorating and trying to finish up some of the walls and fences and stuff. Been working a lot in my mining village here, trying to get it all squared away and everything. Ended up adding some of the stone walls here to kind of close off the stream behind the market stalls and the well and everything. I ended up adding a pathway up next to this excavation shed. Oh, I gotta assign the builder stuff to do this season. Ended up putting a little palisade here behind the excavation sheds and everything. Just trying to finish this village off. That way I can kind of move on to another village and start kind of doing the same thing there. But anyway, I added a pathway kind of out of town here. It heads up towards the clay pits that are on the other side of this hill, which are down one more hill. Down that direction there, down where the pigs are at. Let's see, added some torches to try and light the pathways a little bit better here in town in the evening. Created this little circle that comes up past Miss Donkey's little burial site here. And then there is a small little, because I couldn't put the rock wall here because of these stones. These are like mineable rock. I just left an opening here, and then I put a little bench and a torch underneath this tree looking back out over town, kind of like a little lookout area. Or an overlook, I guess you could say, rather than a lookout. And then created, you know, this little pathway across the creek with a little bit of a fence here next to the well. And then, of course, I added in more of the lanterns around town, one in front of each of the houses. And then, let's see, started in adding torches at the end of a lot of these tables. That way the tables were lit at night as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, I added this little campfire and bench and stool down in this little corner here. I was having a hard time figuring out what I wanted to do here. I tried putting a table here. It just didn't sit right. I didn't like how it sat, so I ended up just going with the stools and the bench and a little campfire up here. What else? I added a little stool there, and I added some benches here as well. I had to kind of redo these little pathways because they were too close to the tables and I couldn't place the torches there. Let's see. What else? That's about all. I think that's all I've done down in here. What else did I do? Oh, no. I went through, I think, most of the houses and added the little lantern over in the corner where the windows are at. That way in the evening time, as you were coming up the pathway, you could actually see light in the houses. So that was something I wanted to add as well. That way it looked like there was life in the home. Lexus, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Violet, good to see you. Randy, Gaming with Egoon? Egoon or Egon? That looks like Egoon to me. But if I'm wrong, let me know. I'll try and correct myself. But I appreciate you folks joining me. Hope you guys are doing well. But I did notice that at season change, my son Lambert had a quest for me. So I wanted to do that today. But before we do, I want to go in. I need to assign my builder to repair some houses. There looks to be a lot damaged. Even his own house is damaged. Let's go through here and assign all of those. And he shouldn't have any problem getting these all repaired by the end of the season. Oops, I turned that one off. Turn that back on. There we go. Pretty big list for him today. Keep turning it off, hitting F too many times. Egoon is right. Okay, good. Thank you. Tommy, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I am out of straw again. Been noticing I've been running out of straw, so I clearly don't have enough being gathered, because I have the only thing that I think straw is being used for is animal feed. Is that right? Yeah, animal feed. So each animal feed takes 5 straw, and I can't tell how many is being produced because I don't have any straw to produce it. And I've added straw into the collection. Who's collecting straw? Here it is. Did I not add that in there? I thought I added straw into their collection. I did not. Well, man, I could have swore I did that. Well, let's add straw into this collection. We'll just take them up to 40. Straw is light. They have enough room to be able to start collecting that. Let's see if we can get that remedied. So apparently my crops are not producing enough straw to keep me going with animal feed through the year now. Matter of fact, how much animal feed do I have? That would be the question. Oh, I clearly don't have enough animal feed. I might need to get more animals. Let's see about lowering the production of animal feed, because they clearly don't need that much being produced. Okay, so I'm producing 76 a day. Okay, yeah, they're not using that much a day. Let's drop that. Let's drop that down to like 15, and let's see how that works. 15 a day. That should be, in my mind, that should be plenty. See if I can get my straw stock back up again. Alrighty, let's go find Lambert. Let's see. Tommy Morning started playing on console recently. I'm becoming obsessed. It's a problem. No, it's not a problem. And it is definitely easy to get hooked on the game. KC, good morning. Glad to see you. Yay, I made it twice a week for live streams. Good job, Corey. Glad to see you. Alrighty, so here is Lambert here. Let's give him a little talk. Actually, let's do a little F5 before we talk to him.
How can I help you?
Mr. Lambert. Hi, Father. Let's see. What are you up to, lad? I met a group of people in the forest. It turned out... Why are you meeting people in the forest? Anyway, it turned out that they were refugees of war. They are staying in a temporary camp. I think they require some aid. Tell me more about these people. It's a family of 5. Family of 5? Really? We can only have family of 4 in the game. Let's see. Let me read further. A couple with 2 younglings, 1 older child. So they have 3 children. They were afraid of me at first, but I was able to convince them that I wasn't a threat. This is interesting. They have... So an older child. So maybe this older child is an adult. Interesting. Okay. It's just interesting because you can only have 2 adults and 2 children in one household, and this family is traveling with 5. So if it's not an adult child of these 2 parents, then how are you fitting 5 people in the home? Of course, they're homeless right now. The family comes from the north. Their village was sacked and burned down by raiders. Because of fear, they forbade me to reveal their camp's location to anyone. Okay. Their story reminded me of our family's history. We ended up in his valley as refugees too. We ended up in his valley. I think it might be this valley. That is why I feel obligated to help them somehow. So it sounds to me like we might need to build a house for these people. I have not encountered this quest before, so I'm not familiar with it. I asked them how I could be of aid, but I didn't receive a clear answer. The father of the family just thanked me and told me that they were fine. I was almost certain that he just wanted to be polite. What do you think, Father? We should bring them food and water to show them our hospitality. No one will starve in our land. That's the most reasonable thing to do. The family said they were venturing further south. They will need supplies for their journey. I'll take care of the water and vegetables. Would you help me gather some flatbread and dried meat? Ooh, dried meat. Okay. They're great. They're great food for a long journey. Speaking of the lonesome road, they will need decent shoes and solid bags. Okay. Yes, they still have a long way to go, and their boots were clearly worn out after days of past travels. Could you help me arrange some new shoes? In the meantime, I'll fetch some solid bags. Anything else on your mind, Father? Weapons. The adults need them to keep their children safe. I almost forgot about that. Parents will feel safer equipped with arms, and the children will stay calmer knowing they're protected. We could also keep the young ones occupied with some toys. My goodness, this grocery list is getting long. But most importantly, could you donate 2 hunting bows? I'll arrange some projectiles for them. How could I refuse? Okie dokie. Well, that's kind of a cool little quest. Corey, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Lenita, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's see. Maiden of the North. We have to get 10 flatbread. We have that. Dried meat. We do not have dried meat. 5 simple shoes. 2 bows. Looks like 2 standard bows. And 2 rag dolls. Okay, so the dried meat. We have to dry the meat in the hunting lodge, I believe. Or can we do that in a kitchen? Which I don't have in this village. Okay, so let's go over here to Lubomira. Let's see if we can get these simple shoes and the ragdoll.
How is life treating it? Only the best products.
Does she have simple shoes, or do we have to craft simple shoes? Simple bag, simple backpack, simple shoes. What did we need? 5? Shoot, I already forgot.
Goodbye.
Yes, 5 simple shoes. And 2 dolls.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry, Lubomira.
Best goods in the valley.
Simple. Where are they at? Simple shoes. Simple shoes. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we need the rag doll. So that's gonna be back up here, right? Yeah, right here. Oh, she only has 1 rag doll. Shame on you. Okay, no worries.
Goodbye.
So what we can do is we will hit the medieval Uber here, and we're going to head up to Denica. There's actually a kitchen in Denica as well, so we can probably hit her up for the dried meat. Let's see. Hang on, I changed my mind. Go back, and in dialogue, we need 10 flatbread, and I know I have that. So let's go ahead and grab the 10 flatbread, which is going to be down here. Flatbread, there it is. And pull from this stack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 flatbread. I don't have enough. I need to grab myself some flatbread. So let's grab just a couple more. There we go. That way I've got some on my person. Now we can head off to Dinica. Yeah, dry meat at the hunting lodge. On the drying rate, yes. But, you know, I'm like a wealthy millionaire in the valley here, so I'll just go buy the stuff. Makes it easy. But obviously, if you don't have the funds to buy it, then obviously get you some meat and head to your hunting lodge, which mine is way across the valley. But we're going to take a ride. We're going to go to Dinica because we still have to get another ragdoll. And I'll just go ahead and get the meat, the dried meat, from the kitchen lady here if she sells it. If not, then we will go and grab some meat and go off to our hunting lodge.
Greetings.
Hello, Matilda.
Only goods of the highest quality.
Only goods of the highest quality, absolutely. And we are looking for the ragdoll. Ragdoll. There you go. Oh, you had 3. I only need 1 more. Perfect. Now,
it was nice.
We need the 10 dried meat. So there's the kitchen lady.
Hail, friend.
Hello, Kinga. Do you have some dried meat? You do. How many did I say I needed? Oh my god, I'm horrible at that. I think it was 10. We'll just buy 10 anyway. Farewell. Yes, 10 dried meat. Oh, yeah, 10 dried meat, 10 dried flatbread, or 10 flatbread, not dried flatbread. 5 simple shoes. We need 2 bows. Let's go grab the medieval Uber again. We'll go over to Lesnica. And we will talk with Gisela over there. She should sell the standard bow. Lesnica. Let's go. That's got rich and lazy. They kind of go hand in hand, I think. Alrighty, so where is Gisela? There she is. Gisela, nope. There we go.
Only the best products here.
Yes, she sells bows, and we need 2, and she has 2. So we'll do that. Bam. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, so we got the 2 ragdolls, we got the 2 bows, the 5 simple shoes, we have the 10 dried meat, and the 10 flatbread, plus 5 for me. 10 for you, 5 for me. Okay, let's head back to deliver this to Lambert. I need a ride. We're going to go back to Branica. If I was smart while I was there, I would have sold some of the stuff that's in my inventory, but I wasn't that smart. Let's go back and talk to Lambert. I can sell that stuff later. I've got my inventory set to unlimited right now because I've got I'm trying to get rid of all the excess fertilizer I had. I got an extra firewood. There was some other stuff I had on me. Oh, I had all the building stuff on me too. I got 172 iron sickles I got to sell because these were all taking up weight in my storage. And of course, I've got the limestone and stuff for some of the buildings. I was doing some repair myself. Stone and sticks for the fencing I was working on. So that's why I've got my unlimited weight on. That's the only thing I've got set to unlimited. Here, I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I've got my health, turned unlimited is turned off. The hunger and thirst is turned off. So I still have to eat and drink, and I still run out of stamina, and my health can drop and everything. Alrighty, hello, Father. I see that you have gathered all that we need. I can't wait to deliver those gifts to the refugees. Here you go. I hope the family will be fond of them. Don't forget to give them my best wishes. Thank you. The girl will be grateful, no doubt about that. Wait a second. A girl? I see. Well, that explains it all. Yes, it does. She's just some girl. I'm not that easy to infatuate, and besides, I forge my own fate. I don't want anyone to get in my way, ever. Don't make excuses. I can see there's something going on. You can't bluff me. Give her a chance, boy. there's something uncanny about her, a sparkle of some sort that I can't figure out. She had total control of our conversation. The girl could read me like a signpost, causing me to feel insecure. I couldn't focus on my thoughts. I remember you following my every step like it was yesterday. You've grown so fast, my son. Did you kiss her already? No. I did not kiss anyone, Father. Give it a rest. By the way, it's been a while since I was a kid. Haven't you noticed? Now, since we're on the topic of the girl already, there's something I would like to discuss with you. I'm all ears. Oh, the girl goes by the name Astrid. She truly comes from the north, but she met and then joined the refugee family already on the road. They have been fostering each other ever since. Her real kinfolks perished due to famine years ago. Oh, so this sounds like she may be the older child of the family, so that would be the fifth person. Okay. Astrid is looking for her place to finally settle down. She asked me if we could invite her to our village. Father, I was a bit hesitant to ask you, but are we able to house one more traveler? That's another mouth to feed. How could she contribute to our village? There you go. Handling an axe is not a big deal for Astrid. When she's wielding it, the tool seems to act as an extension of her arm. Trees do not stand a chance and fall one after another like little sticks. We could use some help from an eager lumberjack of that kind. If she has your backing, then I give her my permission. I hope you have thought that out carefully. That's great to hear. I'll let her know right away. She'll probably wait until her foster family sets off before she joins our settlements. It's their last time together for who knows how long. That's very mature of you to say. Of course, she can take her time. All right, so we got to build a house. Let's see. So she's a lumberjack. I actually have, if I am not mistaken, this house right here is placed but not complete, and it's actually in my lumberjack village. So that is promising, although I don't know that I don't have a woodshed to put her in. So let's head out to the lumberjack village so I can complete that house and see if I can place her in a lumberjack workstation or something. I gotta figure that out, because I know all of my woodcutting stations have an employee, but I might be able to move one of those employees or one of those villagers to a different workstation. I know that I have the workshop, because I have 2 workshops out there, but one is not occupied by anybody. So maybe I could put one of them in a workshop or something out there, and then put her into one of those woodcutting stations. We go through and pick up all of these, get these traps all set and everything. Tommy, misclicked yesterday and ate one, almost 2 manure, 100% poison. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like something I would do. All right, here we go. Oddball, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Are you still charged for for a building that you destroyed, or have they changed that? I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Are you still charged for a building that you destroyed, or have they changed that? Oddball, I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. I don't know how to understand that question. Lambert just played his dad admitting. Yes, he did. Alrighty, so let's see. Rat trap. Let's collect this here. There. They all still good? They are all still good. Good. Alright, let's put this meat away and then we can head over to the lumberjack village. How close am I to getting that hunting skill? Oh, I'm so close. Just shy of 400 points. Nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Actually, I want to test something. I believe somebody told me the other day, in the other stream, that if you were on your horse and you talk to the medieval Uber, that you take your horse with you. So let's... Come on. Turn. There we go. Can I talk to him? Back up. There we go. Oh, okay. Doesn't pop you off the horse. That's good. I need a ride. I'm gonna ride the Uber to Denica, and then I'll ride the horse up to the lumberjack village. Excuse me. Let's go then. Ah, look at there. Still on the horse. Very cool. Okay. Learning new things. Gotta go this way. So yeah, so if you're on your horse or your donkey and you take the medieval Uber, you stay on your mount, so that's good. I don't remember who told me that, but thank you if you're watching. Now, and I think I have everything on me to finish this house. Oh, I see I didn't even insulate these houses. Uh-oh. I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Oh, you used to still have to pay taxes on buildings after you demolish it. Not... Okay. So, how that works, you do have to pay taxes for the year you demolished it. So, let's say you demolished a house in summer. You would still have to pay taxes on that house because it was still existing for spring and summer season. But you wouldn't have to pay it for fall and winter. So it would be a reduced cost. So you're charged only for how long the house stays built. The following year, obviously that house is going to be removed from the docket, so you won't be paying on it after that next year. However, this house that I have here, I've actually been paying taxes on this because it's placed, it's just not built. But that didn't bother me. But yes, I was saving the location. I knew I was going to build a house here at some point, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to place it. That way I don't forget that that's what I'm using this lot for, and, you know, don't mistakenly put something else here. Come on. Just pulling the torch out. Didn't have to stop hammering. Alright, there's that. Yeah, see, I've got 7,600 logs on me. I got so many logs. And I didn't even pull these out of my resource storage. These were actually just stacked in the corner on the floor. Okay, so how do I have this? So we've got the wood door. Wooden door. And then we got, looks like we have the wooden gables. Okay, so let's do the wooden gables. wood. I can't reach the one in the back from inside. I got to go outside to reach the one in the back. Go. And it looks like I have... Oh. Well, I think that's the highest quality roof. I think that's this roof. Let's do that. I'll go to the other side and set that one. So what I've done is each village, the houses are different. But within the village, the houses are the same. So like the other villages, none of the other villages have the big house because this is the big house. But none of the other villages will have the same window door setup. You know, so some houses it'll be all wood, some houses will be all stone, some have a mixture of wood and stone. I think I've even got some that still have a mixture of wattle, wood, and stone. I clearly don't have another torch because it didn't pop up. Let me go see if I've got some torches in the... Actually, I need to sleep the night. Do I have a campfire here somewhere? Yes, I do. I know where I've got a campfire at. It's going to be back here in my wood drying kiln. There it is. No, we're not crafting, we're sleeping. Sleep next day. That way we can make it light. There we go. So, yeah, see, I've got 3 of the wood sheds. So, and they're all occupied, but I don't think I've got anybody. Yeah, see, there's nobody in here. All right, so I got to go get this house finished so I can get her in a house. I should check on that torch while I'm passing a chest. And yes, I do have a torch. Go. And we will equip said torch. If I can find it, there it is, equipped. There we go. Alrighty, grab the hammer. Let's go down here. Yeah, when I moved to this village, I upgraded all of the houses to the big house, but I forgot to insulate them all. Dang it, I gotta go back and do that. Try and do a lot of that stuff off stream and stuff just because it's tedious and time consuming. Okay, so we got the 2 windows in the front and there's the center window in the back. Okay, so the window locations haven't changed because they're the same. It's just these are all stone walls now. So we're going to go window, stone, then we're going to go wall, stone, wall, stone, wall, stone, wall, stone, window, stone, wall. Wait. Stone. I need to make sure that that window in the back is actually stone and not wood. Go double check that. I think it's stone. Yeah, I made it stone. Okay, good. Alrighty, now, whoop, don't put the torch away. Don't need the torch out. Do I have planks on me? I do. Let's go through and let's get this house done for this gal. Apparently I've got to go and talk to my son. Hang on, son. Gotta get a house built. Come on, sling that hammer. There we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to work we go. Let's see. Outdoor quarry, there's a skill. When you destroy to get half the materials back, yes. And if you don't have that skill, you probably should, especially if you're still building in the game, or if you're moving your village or anything like that. You definitely want to have that skill because you will get back, you know, quite a bit of materials from what you had built when you destroy it. No, the taxes are not on the land. The taxes are on the buildings themselves. So if you open your management tab and we go to the houses, you can see the tax is on the house itself. And it depends on the size of the house as to what the tax is. I believe it's also indicative of the type of materials you use on the walls and the roof, and whether you've got insulation in it or not. Also, so the taxes are on the buildings, not the land. Because when you don't actually claim the land, because if you remember, Unigos told you could build wherever you want, so you don't actually claim the land, but you do pay the taxes on the house and the buildings, all buildings, not just the house. Yes, medieval horse Uber. Dang it. Stopped a building and I lost my speed buff. Tommy also learned when you go into the river or the lake, rinse off your stink. Yes, you can go walk through the river. If you crouch and go through the river, you can do that as well to help wash the stinkiness off. That way your villagers will talk to you. Oh, I didn't think you could reach that wall from back here. They've changed the attic in these buildings. Nice. Been a long time since I've actually built and paid attention to these big houses. I usually don't really build the big houses a whole lot because it doesn't add any more beds, it just adds more space. But now that they've added all of the decorations and stuff, made the decorations available in the buildings, it's kind of nice to actually have a bigger house and then decorate it. I've seen that you can have rugs on the floor and stuff. Obviously the lights, you can put wall mounted lights or the ceiling mounted lights. You can have chandeliers. So kind of nice. No, I'm not decorating right now. We're building. Bebe, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Terrence, good to see you. Hey, what's up, Hectic? Question. In the thumbnail you had for this live chat, was that the level of detail we can attain for our workshops? Looks amazing, dude. On Xbox X or Xbox 10. Was that the level of detail? So the what am I trying to think of? Market stall. Depending on what you're selling in the market stall will change the color of the tapestry over it. So I believe those are tool market stalls. Let me go into the management tab here, services. So you can see that there's a resource stall, a food stall, and a tool stall. If you don't assign it at all, the tapestry is going to stay white. If it's a tool stall, then the tapestry is red, and then there's one that's green and I believe gold. I think so. I think it's green and gold are the next two colors. But it's according to what they're selling. So if it's a food stall, it's going to be one color. If it's a resource stall, it's going to be a different color. And then obviously if it's the tool stall, it's going to be the red, like what was in the thumbnail. But as far as the saturation of the colors and stuff, I adjust the saturation in my editing software for the thumbnails. That way they pop a little bit more. Alright, so there we go. House is built. Now, we can go and assign a tenant. And there's Astrid right there. And we will assign her this house. So now she can access food and water and wood. And then can give her a job. Let's go see about... Oh, I need to drink. Speaking of food and water. Inventory, food, drink. And let's eat. Go. Okay. So let's go over here and see what we can do with our woodcutters. If I decorate the villager's house, will that help with their happiness grow? I have not done a great deal of research into the happiness of the villagers. So my villagers, aside from Astrid right now, matter of fact, you can see she went from a negative 11 to 10, and she's increasing. So it's still a negative 10, but she is increasing. It's no longer in red. She has a house. So putting her in that house gave her a 1% increase immediately. Now, as far as the others, I have a varied range of happiness because I do their houses in varied styles. So obviously, if you're looking at the happiness of your villagers and you're trying to get them as happy as possible, you want to put them in the biggest house possible, and you want to make that house the best it can be. So in other words, you're going to do all stone walls. You're going to do the highest quality roof. You're going to insulate all of the walls in that house. And then that way, that house is allowing them to be as happy as they can in their house. Secondly, in order to get their happiness to increase more, you want to make sure that they are doing a job, that they are have a higher quality skill at doing. And then also you can talk to them, and in the dialogue, you can ask them what they don't like. So that way you're making sure not to put them in a job that they don't like. That will also help increase their happiness. As far as the decorations in the home, I don't know for sure. I'll have to add that to some of my questions that I ask over at the devs and everything, and do a little bit of research on it. But I've never really done a video for happiness. I haven't gone into detail on that. And that I should probably start doing that. But I've never really paid much attention to it myself because I've never had a problem. I just knew that my villagers weren't going to get 100% happiness because of how I build my houses. So as long as they were in the green and always increasing, I didn't ever really worry about it too much. But it would make sense to me that decorating a house would increase happiness. Because you do have that option to decorate, but it may not have any bearing. But I would imagine that it probably does a small amount. The bigger amounts are, the house type being the best, them being in a job that they like, and obviously having assignments and being able to do the job. Because if they run out of tools, if they run out of materials, if their houses are damaged, if their workstation is damaged, then that also will affect their mood and cause it to lower. Let's see. Terrence, that's really informative. Appreciate that, man. Also, keep up the live chats and vids. I'm doing my best. It's I was actually really lucky to even get a second stream this week. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get a second stream this week, but I ended up having a couple of jobs reschedule, and I took advantage of that and just took a day off. I was able to get a few extra jobs done yesterday, and I'm going to be doing a few extra jobs tomorrow to kind of cover me being off today. I want all my villagers to be in green, not red. If you are playing the game and you're giving them the house like I described and the job like I described, and you talk to them to make sure that you're putting them in the right position, the right work position, then your mood will increase slowly over time. So it's not like you're going to put them in all of this stuff and they're going to be 100% the next season. Happiness is something that builds over time. So you just keep playing the game, keep doing what you're doing, make sure that you're, keeping up on repairs, making sure that you're keeping up on the required tools for their profession or the resources, materials that they need to produce whatever it is that you have them doing. And their mood will eventually go up, and you'll probably find that it peaks out somewhere. Now, if you're doing the best of the best all the time, then you have a higher chance of getting that villager to 100%. But like I had mentioned, I know that none of my villagers are going to reach 100% because I'm not building their houses to where they would be 100%, because I don't want every house on my map to look identical. So something to keep in mind as well when you're, at least when you're watching my streams or my videos. That's why I've got some that are so varied. But for the most part, they stay in the green unless I have some type of event during season change that causes their mood to drop quite a bit. Cindy, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Did you increase your building limit, or does it increase the more you work? Yes and yes. So real quick, let's go into, because I still got to give that gal a job. What am I looking for? Custom game. So you can, this is on PC. On console, you cannot increase your building limit. The default is the default. I did actually ask, check that with Goldie yesterday. I posed that question to her because I've been seeing a lot of the questions about why console can't raise their building limit. But unfortunately, console has a building limit of 65. I did raise my building limit when I created this game. I knew I wanted to take it to 200% because I had planned on building a large village, actually multiple villages. So at 200% on PC, it's going to give you 130 buildings. And when you're first starting out, you are capped with progression. So you can only build so many buildings according to your dynasty reputation and the quests that you're doing early on. So those chapter quests that are telling you, those chapter quests that are telling you to build certain buildings and build your house, and you've got to have so many residents, and obviously you have to build those houses. So you want to keep doing your side quests very early in the game. Your side quests are key, your story quests, and then obviously if you when you start getting your herald for the king's quest, you want to try and do those as well. Those are a really nice dynasty reputation boost. But dynasty reputation is what fuels you to be able to build up to your maximum limit, whatever it's set at. So you will have these little mini caps as you progress into the game. Let's see. Yes, Corey, on PC you can increase the building limit, consoles you can't. Let's see. Cindy, I see that option, but it tells me bad things can happen if I change it. I'm not sure about bad things happening. I've never seen that before. But it takes place the next season. No, it doesn't. It applies instantly. So it applies instantly. So you can change it and it applies instantly. I would suggest do a quick save, or even make a separate hard save and test it. If something bad happens, then obviously you know what to do. But at least that way you have a point that is saved where you can revert back, and if you choose not to stay with the increased limit. Let's see, baby. I was going to ask about the tools. Is it worth making higher quality tools for the workers? I believe it is, only because you won't have to make the tools as often. Does it change their mood? No. I don't think the quality of the tool changes their mood at all. It's just how often they have to be replaced when they break. Because all of your tools have a durability rating on them. Go in my inventory real quick. So like the axe here, this is your durability right down here, right below where it says iron axe. Currently mine is 332.9 of 500 durability. So if you're using, you know, the copper or the bronze, obviously the max durability is going to be a little bit lower, which means that they will break sooner. Because when they are utilizing, since I'm right here at the woodshed, you can see that when they are collecting logs, that it takes 2 durability off of the axe for every log that they produce. So I mean, technically you can take that and figure out how much durability is going to be used in a day's time, and then do the math and figure out how often you need to actually make the axe for that lumberjack. Now, if you have 2 lumberjacks, excuse me, if you have 2 lumberjacks in your building, you need to make sure to have 2 axes available, because obviously 2 people can't use 1 axe. Same thing for all the different building, workstation buildings. Let's see, Terrence, also for the people who like to play authentic and not tweaking the skills, your biggest cheat is quick save and multiple saves. Yes. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there are unlimited save slots in the game because I have created many saves. But yes, I always, as I've mentioned in the past many times, quick save before you do anything that's even questionable. That way you've got a recall point that you can go back to if the shit hits the fan, so to say. Yeah, Tommy, you can't change the build limit on Xbox, at least not yet. And I say that loosely right now. I would imagine, since the game is so new on console, they're going through and they're fixing immediate problems and issues that are arising with the console play. So they want to, I would imagine they want to iron as much of that out as they can before they start adding new features into the game. When Medieval Dynasty dropped 2 years ago on Steam for PC, we did not have the max building limit of 200%. We were locked in at a lower building limit until it was probably several updates in. Then they allowed us and gave us that little slider bar that allowed us to increase the build limit to the 200%. So it was later that was added. So it's not an unusual thing. It's nothing that is console specific, because they did that with PC when they first dropped the game. Let's see. I got to catch up on a little bit of chat here. It's scrolling a little faster than I was reading it. Let's see. Excuse me. Throat is acting up. Baby, do you have to do the King's Quest? And if I don't, will the game end? Sometimes I really don't want to do it. No, you don't have to do the King's Quest. No, the game won't end. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. If you do not go and visit the Herald and do not pick up the King's Quest, the only thing that's going to happen is when the Herald leaves your valley, his return timer will be reset. That's it. There's no penalties. The only time that there's penalties or anything is if you accept the quest and then don't complete it or fail to complete it. And that's actually one of the guide videos I'm currently working on. I actually was working on it the other day a little bit. So I'm trying to get that one complete and everything and get it out for you. Maybe I will need to do some more iron tools. Okay. Let's see. Outdoor quarry, 250 logs with iron axe till you need to replace for workers. Yes, thank you. Ready Nose, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good evening. It's morning for me. Matter of fact, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning for me. Let's see, Tommy, do you know what is coming to the game next? The roadmap claims that armor is coming to the game next. That's going to be supposedly the next update, and then the multiplayer is set after that. Now, what all is coming with the armor update, I'm not 100% sure. But it seems to be that when they put these updates out, they take several months, and then they drop it, and it's a huge update. So I would imagine they're going to be adding quite a bit on the next update as well, just like they have the last few. Can't find a developer page or updates. So you can actually go to Steam, and you can actually scroll down through the notes in Steam, and it's been quite a ways back since it was dropped, but I believe it was towards the beginning of the year when they dropped the 2022 roadmap. They have not put out a new roadmap yet for 2023. It's still the same roadmap that they dropped earlier in the year. I'm hoping the co-op mode will have public lobbies. I have no idea how they are going to work the co-op mode or the multiplayer mode. I'm assuming it's going to be, a co-op type thing to where, maybe it's 1 to 4 players or 1 to 8 players or something. I can't see it being more than 8 players unless the map size changes, because I feel that any more than 4 players, I feel the map's going to be crowded. But that's my opinion and on how I build and how I see people building. People seem to like to build and spread out. So you take up a lot of space. So if you've got 4 people on a map, you could easily take up, a nice chunk of land between 4 players. But I also don't know how the gameplay is going to work. Is everybody going to be part of the same village? Are you each building your separate villages? Are you all going to be Rasimir? Is there going to be a male and female character option? Is there going to be a character creation, section? There's a lot of questions, and unfortunately, we're just not privy to those answers yet, because I don't know that they're far enough along to where they're comfortable sharing that just yet. But when they're ready to do it, they will share it with us. Let's see, Progressive Evolution, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you joining us. Hope you're doing well. I have a -2 on the scroll icon. I don't know why. I've paid all my taxes. A -2 on the scroll icon. I'm not sure. If you're part of my Discord, feel free to join, or even if you're not, feel free to join my Discord. The link to my Discord is in the description of all of my videos. There's a Medieval Dynasty section in there. You're more than welcome to go in there and post a screenshot of what it is that you're talking about, and I can try and help you answer that later today. But as far as it's not ringing a bell, so I don't really have an answer right now. Oh my gosh, I've accepted the quest. Okay, baby. Yeah, if you've accepted the quest, then I would recommend go ahead and completing the quest. That way you don't get, it's going to give you more Dynasty reputation, so that's always a good thing. Alrighty, so I've got to get this. I'm just standing here reading chat. I've got to get this gal in a workstation. So let's see what these people are. No, where's she at? Oh, it doesn't show me all of her skills when I'm in this. Okay, can I? Wait, let's do this. Go up and actually talk to her. Let me take a closer look at you. All right, so what else do you have? You're 3 in farming, 3 in hunting, 2 in production. It's not going to be worth my while to move you.
Hello there.
If somebody has something in production, survival, extraction, well, you guys all Look. Do I only have one worker at these? I thought I had two.
How is life treating you?
How is life treating you? Man, you're all... Okay, well, shoot. Okay, let me look at this gal's... where's this gal at? See what all of her skills are, because I may have to put her in something else. Where'd she go? Aster, there she is. Okay, so she's a 6 in extraction. Oh, you know what? I can maybe put her in the central mine. Okay, let's look at that, because she is extraction. Buildings, extraction, central mine. Oh, the central mine is full. Of course it is. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. Dang. Can I... Okay, let's see this there. I really don't have a whole lot of places. What is this? What does this require? This requires extraction. Okay. Well, that's good. I will put her in there. There she is. Right there. Perfect. She'll be a water carrier for right now. An apprentice. Okay, so at least she's got a job. That'll be good. I can work on trying to get her in a mine or something else a little bit later, because it's going to take me a little time, because I got to go through all of those different villagers, and each of my mines that I have is full unless I add another mine, which wouldn't be a bad idea, because these children, as they get older, most of them are all going to need jobs, and I don't have a whole lot of job openings. So we've got her taken care of. She should be getting happier at this point. Where is she at? Here. Where'd she go? Oh, come on. The names. There she is. Yeah, see, she's going up. She was at a -11 when we first started. Yeah, she's going up at a pretty good click right now. She's probably only going up 2 arrows because I put her in as a water carrier rather than a lumberjack. If I put her in as a lumberjack, it would probably be 3 little arrows. But regardless, it's going up. Let's see. Rennie knows. Is there any difference in the game from console to PC? As far as the game itself and what's in it, no, there shouldn't be. As far as the mechanics, I would imagine there are differences in the mechanics and the settings, just because one is PC and one is console. But as far as how the game plays and stuff, there shouldn't be any differences. Yeah, the building limits between console and PC. Console has a set limit, I believe, and they cannot reach the 130 build limit like they can on PC. So Outdoor Core, you say you can do 40 in your current file. With my understanding, you should be able to max at 65 on console, but chances are, you mentioned that you have more stories to unlock, which is probably why you can only go to 40 right now, and it may also be your Dynasty reputation isn't high enough. Oddball, they should add entertainment buildings like a theater or something. There actually been many requests for at least like a bard, to play in the tavern and stuff, which I think would be a nice little addition. That way, as you get close to the tavern, that music would kick up and you would hear it, and you would have another position to be able to put somebody in, which then would also allow for them to add another item for creation, or a few items. So maybe they could add, like the flute or the harp or the violin or whatever, little set of drums or something, tambourines, I don't know. But you could add musical instruments as into one of the building shops. Bard and Jester. A fire eater or something. That would definitely be entertaining to watch. Sit down around the fire and watch somebody, swallow fire torches and stuff. Here's the different colors of the market stalls that I was talking about earlier. So one is green. This one's kind of that. Oh, maybe it's rust. What is this guy selling? Yeah, he's selling resources. So that's that rust colored one. Oops, excuse me. And this one here is the food stall. So it's the green. And then if there's nothing selected as far as for them to sell, it's just white. Alrighty. So we got to go back and talk to my horse. Boss, where you at, buddy? Come on. We got to go back and talk to Lambert. There you are. Need the gallows and the hangman for those bandits and thieves. Yes, I would agree with that. But that's not something that, you're dealing with on a daily basis. So I would imagine we probably won't get that building. Oh, there's my Uber right there. Yeah, the gallows and stuff. So unless they're going to start adding raids to where the bandits are raiding your villages and stuff like that, and then I don't necessarily see a need for an actual gallows building and a hangman as a profession. I think that they would just keep those as an event during season changes. I think it would actually be nice to actually have the Wagoneer to where we can actually put the Wagoneer outside our villages. But, I mean, granted, I've built next to or close to most other villages, so that doesn't bother me. Let's go find Lambert. He's still at work. It looks like he is, standing there with his arms crossed. Bebe, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. You are awesome. Alrighty, Lambert. The girl has already made herself comfortable in our village. She is doing fine. You seem devoued of any enthusiasm. What's the matter? Astrid is solely interested in hard labor. She only bestows a smile on me when our paths accidentally cross and nothing more. I'm starting to believe that this was her only motivation to stay with us. Aha! Besides, it turned out she's a bit older than I am. Maybe that's why she didn't take me seriously. And the foster family, was it also a mystification? That's too many unknowns for me. Don't worry, son. It doesn't always work out. Your mother gave me some hard time before I eventually won her over. I heard this story countless times. Okay. Let's get over with that. Now, excuse me, but I've got some other important things to do now. That's fine. Heads up, boy. Alrighty, so he was duped in order for us to build this gal a house and give her a place to stay, but, apparently that's going to work out. Alexis, a gallows? So a gallows, that's where they go and they hang people. So if you were, I guess back in the day, as you would say, if you were convicted of a crime and they felt it was punishable by death, then they would usually build gallows in the center of town, and it was an event for people to come and watch these people be hung. You know, so they would hang until dead. Noir, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope your Thursday is doing well. Dinah, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Alrighty. Now, what is it? What time is it? We are getting close to evening. And I need to drink and eat. I think I need to refill my bucket. So, let's do inventory. Yes, bucket. Put bucket in 4. Equip said bucket. Fill said bucket. And we're just going to go ahead and drink since we're right here. Do I have food on me? Yes, it does. Flatbread. We're going to eat a little flatbread. There we go. All topped off. Am I dirty? Just a little bit. Not much. Alrighty, so getting to where I'm pretty happy with this little village here. I could actually move on to another village to start working on that one. I clearly need to work on the lumberjack village because I haven't insulated any of those buildings. Let's do that. Let's go back to the lumberjack village. I can start working on upgrading some of those villages. Try and catch up on chat a little bit. I need a ride. Oh wait, where's my horse? I want to take the horse with me. Come on, Haas. Where you at? Oh, there you are. Magically popped up out of the ground. I saw you. There we go. I can target him. I need a ride. We're going to go to Denica. Let's go. Let's see. Trying to read on chat here. Yeah, I don't know the YouTube chat wants to hear dark and gory. Yeah. Let's see. Glad to make it stream. Wasn't sure I'd manage it today. Well, I'm glad you made it, Noir. Thank you. Let's see. We need to go this way. It's actually kind of starting to get dark out. The lights are going to come on soon, so maybe I can actually place some more lanterns and torches. I think I have enough materials on me to start placing more of those. And it looks like they're already on. Let's see if we can actually place... How many of these? I can make 75 lanterns, so that might be enough. Let's get this right outside the gate. Like, right up against that post. So like there, and then we'll put another one over here. Lantern, there. Spin. And place. Go. The entrance is lit. I've got a little torch next to this gate. Light, light. Actually, there's quite a bit of light here. Let's see. That's that. Let's actually remove this torch. Where's my hammer? There it is. And can I remove just the torch? Standing torch. Alright, so we'll remove that torch. And we're going to place a lantern there. Spin it around so it overhangs the roadway. Like that. Do that. That way the entrance is a little more prominent. And it looks like, I believe I've got all of the tables, got torches. Yes, yes, yes. Good. And we'll go back here. I ended up building these washrooms a while back. I think I've got plenty of light back here. I think I'll put another torch on the other side of this well. Put it up against the fence like the other side. Go. I should probably put like some linen. What is that? Shoot. The linen fabric. That's it right there. So let's try that. Let's put a linen fabric down here like it's a towel. Where'd it go? Come back. There it is. Linen fabric. X, F. Go. Little towel there. We'll put another one on this other side. I feel like I might need a torch in the back of that. Oh, there's a campfire back there. What am I doing? No, inventory. I for inventory. Let's go to the linen fabric again. X and F. There we go. Place a little towel there. See, nobody comes and lights these fires. So let's see about adding a torch back here. No, torch. That and a torch. Add a torch back here in the corner. That. Yeah, that looks better. Back over here to this other one. We'll do the same thing over here. There. Now, let's see about going through the houses and adding some lights in some of the windows. That way we can see them at night. Let's get out a third person here. And target the ceiling. We'll hit E. Is this the spot? Yes, that is the spot. Light there. Do we want to put one over the fire? Maybe. Nope, that's not the spot. We need... There. There we go. And do we want one in the back? Don't know that I want one in the back. I'd rather just be able to see it from the front. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see. Let's do that again. We'll do, I think it's this one right here, and then this one was at the second hook, slot 2. Yeah, slot 2. We can go through all of these different houses and we can place those. Hook 1, we'll do the lantern, and hook 2. No, hook 2. There it is. Lantern. There we go. Yeah, see, that's looking good. I got the little torch right outside the door. So when you're placing your torches, one thing I learned early on, when you're placing your torches or your lanterns outside the door, I always suggest placing them to the right of the door, because I've had problems with the door swinging open and getting stuck on the torch unless you put it far enough away to where the door can't reach it. Because I would, in, what was it, season 2 or 3 or something, I was placing the lanterns right on these posts, and the door would swing open and get stuck on the lantern. So be careful of that if you're planning on placing torches or lanterns outside your houses. I like to place mine right below the little sign for the house. Okay, so let's do, this is hook 2 and hook 1. Wait, there's a house on this other side here. Let's go do this one before I forget about it. I love having these lights inside the houses now. It's so nice. No, hook 1. There we go. Oh, that was hook 2. I said 1, but meant 2. Let's see, right now, what I love about this game, I never leave my village unless I absolutely have to. I found a leaf pile today when playing. Never seen that before. So yes, during the autumn seasons, you can find leaf piles laying around the map, and some of them will have an interaction option, and you may find some type of random treasure in it. Same thing with snowmen in the wintertime, random snowmen around the map. Walk up to them, try to interact with them. A lot of times they'll give you little treasures. Treasures being just something random. You may find sticks or rocks or coins or something. Cindy, I need to decorate more in my city. I do not have an eye for decorating, which is one reason I love watching others to get ideas. I tell you what, the Facebook page, I see a lot of people doing some really cool stuff on the Facebook page. Matter of fact, I see Runny Nose on there quite a bit, posting some stuff. Very creative. Oh. But decorating is actually pretty easy because, you know, things are, so like each hook is a different location in the ceiling. You know, that's why I'm choosing 1 and 2, because this is 1 and this is 2, just to put those lamps in. But you can see that there's different little hanging features and stuff that you could put on the ceiling in those locations. But I want the lights. That way when you're walking through town at night, you can see the light inside the buildings. Got that one. Let's get this one. I got to put a torch outside that other building. Light there. Nope, I keep choosing the wrong hook. There we go. But I need to start actually decorating these houses more because I really haven't done any decorating. What am I trying to do here? Lantern. No, torch. Torch. Standing torch. Right there. And then we'll go in here and we will put lanterns up here. There. And we're going to choose 2 this time, and then the lantern. There we go. Perfect. So everybody's got a torch outside their house. Yeah, see, I need to spend some time over here and maybe start doing some type of fencing around because it just looks bare. So I've been trying to. I was working on the mining village. I did a little bit in the farming village. Let's see if I can sleep the night real quick. I mean, I've done very little actual decorating, so to say, in all of my villages because, you know, I'm like most people. I don't have a wonderful decorative eye. There we go. Sleep tonight. That way it's daylight. Station. Did I put torches? Okay, so I got the standing torches out next to that. Now this is not a building. I literally just built this out of stone walls and the palisades. I built it close enough together to where I can stack planks across there, and then I stack planks on top. So this is, in theory, this is my wood drying kiln. So I put 2 campfires under there. I don't think I can reach that back campfire. Can I light that back one? Oh, I can. Okay. Just my villagers can't. So then you can light the fires, and then it looks like it's drying the wood, and then I stack logs on top. Not necessarily even because they stick out more on this side than they do on this side, but they span across there, and then I put a couple of stools, not necessarily for sitting, but just for looks. Although I have seen people sitting on the stools before. Okay, so I was... Oh, yeah, I need to insulate some of these buildings. That's what I was doing. So let's get back into here. Sigvar, really love that you're doing the whole streaming thing now. Well, it's easy for me to come in and do, you know, a 2 or 2.5 hour stream on a day off or something, as opposed to making my guides. My guides take a lot of work. A lot of those guides, even though the finished product may be somewhere between 7 and 10 minutes for some of my more recent guides, I'm putting in on those guys, I'm putting in somewhere between 8 and 12 hours of work on those to do all of the editing and everything, because I have to do it a little bit at a time. So it's for me this time of year, because this is my busy season with my business. It's a lot easier for me to find 2.5 hours to sit down and do a stream and get something out, rather than to find, you know, somewhere between 8 and 12 hours to edit a video. So I can work on the videos a little bit at a time, and it works out for me that way. But I like it. It's really nice. It's different. I wasn't sure how I was going to like streaming. I was nervous about it for a long time. Josh, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Mel Reaver, good to see you. But yeah, I was nervous about doing streams. I wasn't. I watch other people do streams and they seem to do it so flawlessly, and I was like, man, I'm going to screw this up. And everybody's going to see it. Well, I screw up all the time, and everybody sees it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, I guess, now. But now that I'm doing it, I'm a little more comfortable at it. No, I want to do, yeah, add insulation. I'm definitely more comfortable at it now that I've got a few under my belt. I'm still not, great at streaming. It's just, I'm playing a game and talking with friendly people and answering questions. Answering the questions, that's kind of my thing. That's why I started doing the guides and stuff for Medieval Dynasty and some of the other games that I've done guides for. I like sharing information. I'm kind of detailed oriented in that fashion. But yeah, streaming, I was really nervous to start streaming. Let me take a drink real quick. Hang on. Throat is getting really dry. But yes, I am glad I started streaming. Oh, I gotta have Daub for that, and I don't have Daub on me. Okay. Because that is wood up there. That's right. Let me finish doing these here, and I'll go grab some Daub. And oh, you got a hammer. Let's go add insulation. There we go. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I plan on it. Can you get up into the ceiling of the houses? Oh, that's wood. I don't. Not easily. At least not from the inside, because there's no ladder or anything. Like in the resource storage, I don't know why I started like 3 houses down. But like in the resource storage, you have some of these ladders, and you can kind of hop up the ladder a little bit. If you do it right and face the right way, you can't. Oh man, I have been able to get up into the attic before. Now, like this one here, you could actually remove that ceiling section there, and you can actually climb this ladder here. Maybe they changed that. Yeah, no, you can do that. So if you remove that roof section, you can actually hop up and you can get onto the roof this way. I have been able to do the same thing here. I don't know, maybe that rope is what's pushing me off the ladder. But I've been able to get up into the attic from this ladder right here. It just takes a little bit of practice. Food storage is the same way. So there's a ladder on top of the chest here, or excuse me, next to the chest. And then you can hop on the ladder. You have to be careful because it tries to push you. Now, it's not going to really let me go much farther. If you remove that roof section, then you can actually hop onto the roof. You can actually get onto this platform if you wanted to. See if I can get up there. Yeah, there we go. So you can actually get up onto this platform without removing the roof. So there are some buildings where you can do that with. Otherwise, you're looking at building, like the stone wall, and then trying to go to a palisade. I don't have any sections that have a low wall, but you can actually place buildings next to each other. So like, if you could find maybe putting a stone wall, excuse me, putting a stone wall next to this lower palisade right here, a lot of times you can hop onto the palisade, and then if the palisade is close enough to the roof, you can hop on the roof, and then you can actually travel across your village on the rooftops. I'm looking at my Palisades to see if there's really a low section, because sometimes when you're going up these hills, yeah, see, like right here, that's a low section there. So if we do this, let's see, I can do this. That. Need to build. Get this little stone fence going. It doesn't have to be a stone fence. It could be pretty much any fence that you can jump on top of. It's just stone has a little bit bigger footprint. And then you can jump up here. And we can jump up there. And then you can jump onto the building. And then if your buildings are close enough together, you can jump from building to building. And you can travel around your village. Move the hammer and no, remove the crossbow, and then you can take rooftop screenshots of your village. So a lot of people will try and do screenshots from like lookouts, you know, raised ground areas. But if you can actually get onto a building, you can do the same thing. So your food storage building, I believe, is the taller of the buildings. Resource looks like it's pretty close, but I think the food storage is actually has the tallest peak. So you can see how close those are all together. I could potentially jump from one to the next, and I can kind of travel through my village on the rooftops. But you want to be careful jumping down off of the roofs. Some of them are high enough to where you can take damage. So that, I want to destroy the stone fence. Let's see here. Catch up on a little bit of chat. I'm working my way through your season 5 episodes. Thank you. Oh. Chat is scrolling faster than I can read. Let's see. I'm on year 7 and nowhere near as far as you are. Don't try to grow as fast as I am. I grew fast for a purpose. Mainly because I'd been playing the game for 2 years. I came into Season 5 knowing it was going to take me quite some time to get all of the achievements, and then I've got one achievement left on Steam to get, and that's to play as my heir. In order to play as my heir, he has to be of 18 years of age. So that's why I was kind of growing my villages fast. I also wanted to do 5 different villages. Each one of them had a purpose. So I've got my mining village, my farming village, my lumberjack village, the animal village out near Hornica, and my fishing and hunting village out on the other side of Gustovia. Don't grow fast, especially if you're new to the game. Take your time, take it slow, learn the game, enjoy it, and play how you want to play. Don't try to go fast like I did, because you'll get yourself in a situation to where you outpopulate yourself out of your villages. And I am going to end up running into that type of situation if I continue doing this series beyond playing as my son. Because I'm going to have some of those issues, because I have a ton of people. I've got 198 people in my village, spread out through 5 different villages. I've got 119 buildings. That means that I only have 11 building spaces left to be able to build houses for all of those children that are going to be of age to move out. And there's a lot of children and not enough spaces for me to build houses. So the only way for me to actually remedy this is I'm probably going to have to kick people out of the village. That's going to be the only way for me to really remedy this, because everybody has to have a house, everybody has to have a job, and I don't have enough building slots left to give all of these children that are going to be growing up and moving out. I don't have enough building spaces to give them a house and a job. So that's where you run into growing too fast. So I highly recommend to grow slow, start small, only add what you're really needing to, and then the idea is that you build your village over generations, not necessarily build your village up in 1 generation. More, that's neat. I didn't know you could build other things than the main options. Yeah, it's just I've seen so many stuff, like I mentioned on the Facebook page, to where people have built, you know, so many other things. Like I tried my hand at building like a graveyard, which I haven't done anything since the episode that I showed this, but I saw people doing like little grave sites and stuff. This is my attempt. It's not near as good as a lot of the ones I've seen on the Facebook page. Those people are very creative and they have a ton of patience. Nas does not have that much patience. This took a lot for me to do. So as long as you got patience with the whole grabbing and placing of the items and stuff, then obviously you can do quite a bit. And I like the fact that you can now, I believe Gaming Reflections, I've seen him use spears to hang stuff on like the outside of buildings and stuff, you know, so because a lot of times if you throw the spear, the tip will sometimes stick through the wall and you can actually hang things on them. Now granted, there's not an option to hang it. You have to pick it up and then literally just place it on the item like a hook, like a picture hook. Runny nose, good idea. I've been trying to work out a meat smoker. Yeah, actually, this little drying rack here that I've made. Yeah, see there? She's sitting on the stool. Yeah, you could turn that into a smoker. Absolutely. If you build a double shelf near the single bed, you can jump on it and then jump again, then jump into the attic. Oh, really? Okay. Josh, I've seen several videos on wood demand. Any suggestions for food demand managing? Food demand works very similar as wood demand. As a matter of fact, all of the demands work very similar. So for food demand, this is your food demand per day. So mine is 2,788.8. What that is, actually I can show you with the flatbread here. Flatbread. So flatbread gives 45 food. So what you would do is you would divide this 2788.8 in my case by the 45 food from the flatbread, and that will tell you how many flatbread that you need to have available a day. I got to pull out a calculator because I am not doing that in my head. So what do we got? We got 2788.8 divided by 45, which means that I have to have 61.97. Yeah. So basically, I have to have 62 flatbread a day available for my villagers to be able to eat. And it's the same thing for the water demand. You can see that the food demand, the water demand are the same number. So you take that 2788 by 8, and then you can go into your water bucket. You see that the water bucket gives you 25 water down here in the bottom right. So you would, again, take that number, the 2877, we're going to say, because I don't remember what the number was. 2788. Now let's get numbers backwards here. 2788.8. And then you'll divide that by the 25. That is the water bucket or whatever you're allowing them to drink. But we're going to do the 25. And I would need 111.5. So 112 water buckets of 112 water available. Each bucket carries 10 water. So you can see right here, it's a 10 of 10. Each drink, each 1 point is 25 water. So that would mean I would have to do 12 divided by 10. So I basically need, it comes out to 11.15 buckets per day. So basically 12 buckets per day of water. But all of your demands kind of work like that. You divide them by whatever the supply is to figure out what it is that you're needing, just like on the wood demand. The wood demand's a little bit funky. What is this gal doing over here? Okay. Is this the elliptical or something? Cindy, is there a security need for palisades fencing around the village? Not at this time. So bandits, your villagers don't take damage. So like your bears, your wolves, your wisent, your boar, they won't attack your villagers. Bandits don't roam. They won't attack your villagers. They'll attack you. So there's really, right now, the palisades are strictly for looks. However, I have a feeling that they may be working towards something to where the palisades are going to be, they're going to be needed. But I have a feeling that's going to be a little ways down the road. With any luck, we may find out before co-op mode is in place. So we shall see. Let's see. Gotta catch up. Parkour. Rennie knows I love that area with the fruit trees and the picnic table. Yeah, this is just kind of like my restaurant kind of a thing. So I've got the tavern here, and granted the tavern doesn't supply food, but I do have a kitchen here. I forgot I had a kitchen here. But regardless, the kitchen supplies the food, the tavern supplies the drinks, and then I planted these little trees here, little cherry trees, because I like the looks of the cherry tree when they bloom. Fenced off the little area, but I allowed an opening in case my farmers from my farming village actually come up here and pick the cherries, which they do, because I have cherries in my food storage. Almost positive I have cherries in my food storage, and I haven't been putting them there. Do I? I got buckets of milk. Yeah, see, I got cherries. So they are coming up and they're actually picking the cherries. They may not be picking all of the trees because there is a range from the barn to where they'll actually work for the fields and stuff. But I added the little flower pots on each of the tables. I put double table together, so like family style eating. What did I do? I had 4 tables, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 tables. And then I got the little walkway down through here. Now, granted, I didn't put a road because I kind of liked the way the grass looked through here. And then on the other side of the tavern here, I've got a little wash tub for people to wash before they enter the tavern and before they eat, with some towels to dry their hands, which are not really towels, they're just the linen cloth. Raids are supposed to be coming to the game, though. It has not been verified. I know there's talk about it, and it's been mentioned, but the devs have not verified that raids are coming to the game. Let's see. Outdoor quarry, I'm on year 5 and got a small town still. That's just fine. Stay small. Send them to the gallows. Dwarf, mine is very small, yet I still love exploring the map. We're poor and lacking supplies at the moment. And that's all part of the survival aspect and growing your village and everything, which is good. Teenage gangs could be the bandits. The COVID update should fix the problem. Nice. In honor of Henry the Red, off with their heads. You guys are something else. Cindy, when someone in your village dies, do you receive a notification or do they just not show up for work the next day? That is a good question. I actually have not played a series long enough to see anybody in my village die. I believe that you might get a notification. I clearly needed a drink. That was 4 drinks of water. Holy cow. That's funny. Or do they just not show up for work the next day? I'm going to call in dead. And ask, can I give you one tip for future streams? Try to increase the bit rate you were streaming at. The quality of the stream will improve quite a bit when you're running around. I will take a look at that. Thank you very much for the tip. Luke, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Co-op mode. Yes, we did say co-op mode. It is slated for sometime next year. I don't have a date. I don't even know that they've announced which quarter they plan on giving us that update either. All I know is it's next year. Let's see. The range for the workers must have been increased. My trees were on the other side of my village, and it said they were too far from the barn. I did not plant these trees here with the anticipation that they would be picking the cherries from them. I strictly planted them here because I wanted to see them bloom each year because I like the color of the cherry trees. So the fact that they have been collecting them tells me that they must have changed something, because it used to be that you would get like a little notification that they were too far to be picked. Because I did have that in my farming village. Matter of fact, let me run down to the farming village real quick since I'm talking about that and kind of show you. Because I had planted a cherry tree in the center of my farming village, and it did. It told me that they would not. No, was it cherry trees? No, poppies. I planted poppies, so it was an actual crop, and it told me it was too far from the barn for them to, to take care of it. So I ended up removing the poppy plants. So this is my farming village here. And my barns are right there. And then down in the center of town, where I've got, all of my food and eating tables and stuff like that, is where I planted those poppies. You see that big square right there in the middle to the left. I had planted poppies here. But see, now I've got an orchard. I just don't have a tree in it now. But it told me that this was too far away from the barn, so I ended up removing it and was going to put a tree there. But I haven't put a tree there yet. I don't know if I have any tree seedlings. Because I'd like to put the cherry tree there, but I don't know if I have any. I don't think I do. Let's see. What do I have? Main hops. This whole. I don't see any tree seedlings. Oh, apple tree seedling. Yeah, but I don't want an apple tree there. I'll end up going and buying a cherry tree or something and put there. I've thought about maybe trying to see if I can squeeze 2 trees in here So maybe trying to scoot this over and then back a little bit, and then maybe try and put a second tree in here. This is why I need to start focusing on decorating these villages to fine-tune them like that. I don't have lights or anything on the ends of any of these tables, and I want to add lights to them. But I need to figure the little orchard thing out first. Yeah, co-op is on the roadmap after the armor updates. The armor update is slated first, and then co-op. I just don't know when either of those updates are slated to come out. I just know just next year. I don't know which quarter. Dread Zeppelin, good to see you. New player starting the game today. Thanks for the tips, inning, and knowledge. Well, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you joining us today. Welcome to the rabbit hole. Absolutely. That'd be funny if your farmers just don't show up and everyone starves because you never knew they died. Oh my goodness. You get an SMS. Your farmer's dead, won't be in work today. I get a text on my medieval cell phone. Ring ring, hello, Rasimir? Yeah, I'm calling in dead. Can't make my shift. Oh my goodness, you guys are awful. Let's see. If they have let's see, Rennie knows. If they have co-op and we can all get wives, does that mean we can convert the tavern into Oh my goodness. Holy cow. You guys are something fierce. Lexus, streaming is difficult. It can be. It definitely can be. More nerve-wracking than difficult. I mean, it's trying to make sure that, you know, I've got all of my stuff turned on. And I mean, I had one stream a few streams back to where I was sitting there talking for a good 5 minutes and didn't turn my video on. Everybody was still looking at the start streaming screen. So, so you know, mistakes can be made easily. Very good. You guys are too funny. Holy cow. Okay. I'm going to head back to my village and sleep the night. Actually, we're going to sleep the season because we are on day 3. Excuse me. Coming through. Another thing I would like to do is add torches to these roadways. You know, like every, I don't know, 50 yards or something, place a little torch. I think that would be kind of neat to have torches all through the valley. Take a lot of linen thread, though. I also need to make a little roadway that cuts up through here to my other village. Coming through, Piggy. Watch out. Yeah, I see you. A lot of ideas. I got a lot of ideas. It's just executing them is the problem. Picking one and doing it. Like this here. I did all of this between the last stream and today. I literally just sat down for a few hours and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, and just kind of took off with it. kept placing stuff, and then it was like, oh, I think I'll do this. Oh, I think I'll keep that going. Because at first, let me hop off the horse here. When I first started working on this little area here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna box this in like I did with the builder's hut over by the memorial tree, because that's where I put my builder's hut. And I had boxed in the builder's hut with this, so it looked a little better with the house that it was sitting next to. So I said, oh, I'm gonna box the well in. I think that'll look good. And then I'm like, okay, I kind of want something here to break this up between the stream. So I started adding in this little stone wall. So I added that in across here, and then I was like, you know what? Let me put the little wood palisade behind the market stalls. And then I'm like, this is kind of a funky little area here. I thought about putting a gate here, and then no, I put this little brick wall, and I brought it up around the corner to about right here first, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could do... It was just one idea after another kept coming to me once I started placing things. Then I was like, oh, maybe I'll put a little road through here, because I like to cut off through the Tulees to go to my farming village or up to Denica or whatever. So I'm like, I usually will cut through here sometimes, or even sometimes I'll go to the end of the food storage building and cut up that direction. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'll put a little road, go to the top of the hill. And then I started putting in these torches, and I'm like, you know what? I need to do something here. So then I started bringing that brick wall around, and I hit this area here, and I'm like, oh, crap, I can't finish the brick wall because I had started over there. And then I'm like, I brought my roadway around from here, and I started bringing the stone wall up, and I'm like, it'd be kind of neat to bring it up to the tree. You know, it was one idea after another just kept coming. And then I hit this little rock pile, and I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks, because I originally had brought this wall from the corner all the way up to this, and I'm like, I gotta figure something out. And then I figured, okay, well, I'll just leave this as the opening. And then I'm like, no, that kind of looks ugly. So I actually broke a piece of this wall and allowed the opening to come around that little rock pile. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll put a torch here and a bench. I think that'll be neat to, you know, kind of light up that tree a little bit. And then I placed some planks over the creek to kind of create like a bridge, even though, I mean, you don't actually step on the... I guess you do step on them. Do you actually step on them? Oh, you do. You're actually stepping on the planks. I didn't think you were. Even though it looks like I have to poop. Okay. I didn't think that you actually stood on the planks. That's kind of cool. And then I put in the gate, and I finished this fence over here, and I'm walking around with no torch in my hand. Let's take a little bath, because now I'm dirty. You build a road, all the animals move farther away. If you build in a spawn area, they just won't spawn. It's not that they move farther away, they just won't spawn. But I wouldn't necessarily, like, I like to hunt the boar that are up over that hill. So, like, I wouldn't build a road that runs through the boar spawning area. I would probably build it, let me open the map, it'll be easier to show you. Here. And then, let's go back here. So, as you can see, there's the little road that I just put in that goes to the top of the hill. Now, I don't necessarily hunt the fox or the lynx or anything like that, but I do hunt the boar. So I would not want to run this down through the boar spawning area. If anything, I would probably take this direction and connect up with this road here. Otherwise, I would probably bring this and come across here to this little road over here. Now, granted, usually when I'm running through this area, I'm literally running through, like, right through here. But I don't want to bring that road through there because I don't want to discontinue the Wisent or the boar spawning areas, because I do hunt those. As far as the fox and the lynx and the rabbit, I'm not that concerned about it. I mean, I guess I could run a road right between them and then see if that affects their spawn. And if it does, I could remove it. But that's kind of a lot of road to remove, because you have to remove the road one section at a time. You don't remove the whole line at once. Torches on the road used to stop spawns if the spawns are near the road. Yes. So, again, I could probably still put torches along here. It may stop some of the spawns, but as long as it doesn't stop the boar or the Wysent, I would be okay with most of it. We'll see. I mean, even if I put some, you know, even farther apart, I think that would be kind of neat. May have to play with that to actually see how it affects some of the spawn locations and stuff. Any ideas on repopulating the animals? I have none left on my map. I have killed everything else. I have a badger called Jerry. Nice. And a runaway chicken called Beverly. My map looks like my map looks like China. As long as the spawn locations have not been built upon, your animals should respawn each season. Now, if you have long season days, so like if you're like on a 30-day season or something, then yeah, you'll have to wait till the end of your season for those animals to respawn again. Or remove whatever has stopped them from spawning. So if you've built in their spawn location, obviously it's going to stop them from spawning. But it says that you've killed everything else, which is leading me to believe that you have long season days. If I don't, I have nothing left. Huh. Yeah, if they're not respawning at the end of the season, then you might want to go on to the Toplets Discord and start talking with some of the folks over there, because it sounds like you may have a bug, if that's the case. If you haven't built on top of their spawn areas, then yeah, to me it sounds like a bug, because the spawn locations, the animal spawn locations, should respawn each season. And you're on 3-day seasons. Okay. Yeah, I'd suggest going on the Toplets Discord, hopping in there and talking to those people about that, because it sounds like an issue. Yeah, Mel Reaver, it sounds like a bug for sure. Because they should be respawning. Because like on... Open my map up again. So last season, I went through and hunted all of my boar off my map. And if I remove that marker, you can see my boar have respawned. Because when you kill them all, they gray out. When they respawn, it turns white again. So if yours are not respawning, to me that sounds like a bug, or you've built too close to the spawn location or something, turning that spawn location off. So Outdoor Corey, your hunters and your traps do not affect the animals in the spawn locations. Just like your lumberjacks, when they go out and chop trees down, it really doesn't eliminate the trees off the map. Also, I never get fish in my nets. Can't really answer the net issue. Because I personally have never used the nets in this game. I've never needed to. But I would imagine the nets need to be placed, I'm assuming, in a spawn location. But it sounds, yeah, I'm with Corey. It sounds to me like you've got a bug with the animals in the game. Have you, if you're on Steam, have you tried going in and verifying your Steam files? That'll probably be one of the questions that somebody asked you over on the Toplets site. I can show you how to do that real quick. Give me a second here. Let me get my Steam into the picture here. So in your Steam, if you're on Steam, obviously, you can go in, you can highlight Medieval Dynasty here on the left-hand side. You can right-click on it. You can go to Properties, click that. It's going to bring up a secondary window. Let's see, you can go to Local Files, and down here at the bottom, this little button at the bottom that says Verify Integrity of Files, you would click that and let it run and check the files, because if there are broken files, a lot of times it can repair it or fix it, or even let you know what files are broken. Sometimes that helps with certain things like that, but I would imagine if you go and pose your question or your issue over on the Toplit site, that's going to be one of the first things they're going to ask if you've done. Then beyond that, you may end up having to share your game file, make a copy of it and share it with somebody over there so they can kind of go through it if it's something that can't be straightened out pretty quickly. I have hunted some spots, cleared out, and next season they respawn. And that's how they should do, Corey. All of the spots should, if you clear them out, they should respawn the next season. So all of your spawn locations, animal spawn locations, respawn each season. I built a KFC, so it's all good. I want to see your KFC. Do you have the lit up sign as well with the kernel on it? Oh, that's awesome. Well, alrighty. I think we are actually going to call this a stream. I've been on for about an hour, 2 hours and 10 minutes now. My throat is starting to bug out and everything. So I think we're going to actually call it. I just realized my mic was off when I changed screens. If you're still here, I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate the super chats today. You guys are awesome. If you are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscription bell or the subscription button with the notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. If you're liking these videos, definitely hit that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm a ton. But anyway, you folks take care, and we will see you in the next one. Happy hunting.